information to come as well. Then we get into our ladies open competition, which again, the ladies, we've seen some of these girls back up. Some involved in street yesterday in the qualifying. They're backing up on the bowl tonight. Some of these girls can really throw down.
Yeah, a lot of the women in skateboarding are definitely making waves out there. We've got some dominating the street, but also in the bowl. One that stands out for me on that list is Tora Waldren. She's out there pretty much every competition we have up here at Mackay. She comes and skates both street and bowl. And it's always a pleasure because she's just got that attitude about her. It's just a stoked thing to see.
I can't wait to get into this one. It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay. The Songline Indigenous Skate Day, our women's open event, is on the way next.
Everybody makes mistakes, sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves to be safe, especially you. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
At CQ Uni, we believe change is something that should start at home. We see our communities growing healthier by training professionals here in our regions. We see our producers benefiting when we share knowledge, technology and ideas. We see opportunities to nurture our environment and support industries. By finding more ways to make where we live better, we could just make a world of impact. Join us at CQ University today.
It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it. Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle. It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it.
How we looking, lad? 20 minutes, bud. I'll be on the 20. Down in the
Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef. We're live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay for the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. During tonight's broadcast, you're going to see a QR code pop up on your screen. Snap that QR code, donate, or you can donate via songlineskateboarding.com/donate. Some great money going to some great Indigenous skaters who we're going to see tomorrow before our street competition. But tonight, we're all about the bowl, and right now we're all about the ladies. They're warming up for our women's open division. If we thought the under-15 boys was one to watch, this is going to be as hotly contested.
Yeah, so the women's skate scene is definitely coming alive in Australia. We've got a lot of young women out there skating in this division, but the level's been growing progressively every year, and it's always an exciting thing to see how far they've come in the last 12 months since they've been here at the Sugar Bowl.
The pressure of our seeding here tonight, we're going to have Keira Ellis kicking us off. What's it like being that first skater in this competition, trying to set the bar?
There's definitely two ways of looking at it. You've either drawn the short straw and you've got to go first, or you set the bar that everyone else has to meet. I probably go with the latter and just go ham, grab it and run.
Someone I'm looking forward to watching in this competition is Jada Ward. She's from Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. We saw her dad this afternoon absolutely tearing it up in our Masters Bowl competition. She's got some stiff competition because dad went home with a medal. She'll be looking to do the same.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a clean sweep for the family and everyone goes home with either silver, gold, bronze. But if your dad's a bowl lord, you're probably going to grow up to be one too.
We're talking about people who are crossing over between street and bowl. One name to look out for tonight as well is Tora Waldren. She's a bit of a favourite here. She is a mainstay of these competitions. She is going to be bringing it.
Yeah, Tora's been putting in the work. She's been skating throughout Queensland for a long time, and she's really well known in the female skateboarding and male skateboarding community as just being a lord. All-round attitude, style, everything about her. I just get stoked to see Tora skate.
We've got Arisa Trew with us tonight as well from Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. Plenty of skateboarders coming from the Gold Coast for this competition here in Mackay. She's recently returned from the States. She podiumed over there. She would love to do this tonight in her home state.
Oh, it's going to be a lot more comfortable skating on home turf, especially when you're surrounded by all family, friends, and your local skate crew you've probably been skating with for years and past. It's really just like hang out with the homies. Let's have a skate.
Tonight, these girls have had the chance to see the under-15 boys compete. They've seen the way that they've ridden this bowl tonight. How will that impact what they will be doing?
Oh, you could definitely draw inspiration from other people's lines, but again, it's an individual sport and we skate it how we want. So I'm just keen to see how creative they can be, what lines they choose, what trick selection comes out. It's going to be different.
We're talking about this bowl tonight, 9.5-foot drop in the deep end. We've got about a 50-foot draw to the shallow end. We have got I'm calling it the eggshell. You're calling it the
postal pocket
that we're looking at the moment as we speak. Whoa, if this is what we're seeing in warm-up at the moment, what we are going to see in competition is huge. We're talking about our three judges tonight, and this is what they're looking at. They're looking for you to use every single square inch of this bowl.
Yeah, get creative, use the hips, use that escalator. There's a slight down incline, whichever way you want to skate it, from that deep section to the shallow section of the bowl. It's all got tiles laden across the top. I love seeing that particular section skated because it's just a whole nother element. You don't get that in every bowl. So seeing people skate that particular thing, that brings me joy.
We're seeing the girls now. They're trying their different tricks out. They're working through bits of their run. They're working out what lines will work for them when they get to competition time. We've seen a few girls come off their board. This is the thing with judging in the bowl. If you come off your board at any time, even if you come up onto the coping and you just lose your footing and your foot comes off the board onto that coping, the clock stops there. That's where you're judged from.
That's it. You're done. If your feet come off the board, it is all over. Red Rover, pack it up, find the sideline. Next skater's in. It's make or break. Stay connected in the bowl. Make those 45 seconds count, beginning to end, if you want to get that good score on the board.
We're also talking tonight as well. There's 45 seconds. We saw it with the under-15 boys. You've got 45 seconds. You want to use the whole 45 seconds.
Yeah, you can move quick in that bowl. If you skate with pace, you can hit every wall a few times over. But if you're hanging back and washing off speed, you're not going to get as many tricks in. So you've really got to send it if you want to make the most of these runs.
And you're talking about this bowl as well. We're seeing the girls trying different spots of dropping in. When you start your run, you can drop in from anywhere. Where does your 45 seconds start?
It starts when you first drop in or roll, and you don't just have to drop into this bowl. You can charge from the flat and roll straight into that transition, making as much speed as you possibly can straight out of the gate. An awesome way if you want to hit it with that momentum.
Momentum's a key word that you just spoke about, because we're seeing the guys and the girls tonight. Momentum is key. Building that speed so you can get that big air is the key. If you get your first trick landed, it sets you up. You miss that first trick, it's a long 40 seconds trying to make up the time.
Yeah, exactly. If you're down in the deep and you go for a big air but land too shallow in the transition, too low on the bottom, you'll lose so much speed and you'll have to spend time building that momentum back up. But if you land in the top of the transition, you've got that whole wall to generate. Gravity is your co-pilot out here. You want to be pumping and just milking it for what it's worth.
You can't win a gold medal in the warm-up, but you can certainly go a long way to building that momentum and getting that confidence level up. Judging from these girls tonight, we're in for some competition.
Yeah, that's it. Just flowing around that bowl, finding your feet, getting comfortable, because it's about to get real heavy out there.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay. The lights are set, the girls are ready. We're coming back next live with our Women's Open Division Final.
Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves to be safe, especially you. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
At CQ Uni, we believe change is something that should start at home. We see our communities growing healthier by training professionals here in our regions. We see our producers benefiting when we share knowledge, technology and ideas. We see opportunities to nurture our environment and support industries. By finding more ways to make where we live better, we could just make a world of impact. Join us at CQ University today.
It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it. Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle. It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it.
How we looking, lad? 20 minutes, bud. I'll be on the 20. Down in the
Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle.
Everybody makes mistakes.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Donate via the QR code that you'll see pop up on your screen tonight, or donate at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. We're in the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, a beautiful night in North Queensland. This facility, purposely built for skaters in this region, thanks to the Mackay Council. To have this in your own backyard, Theo, would be absolutely any kid's dream.
Oh, this would be an absolute blessing, especially for this part of Queensland. There wasn't a facility like this anywhere to be found, but now in the heart of Mackay, we have the Sugar Bowl. Like you said, a purpose-built facility specifically for this event.
We're seeing tonight as well, we have got plenty of these competitors taking part in their own category. What I've loved right across today, across this entire week of skateboarding, is we're seeing our older riders looking after the grommies as well, passing down their tips, passing down little tricks, little bits of advice to them, just so they can keep that next generation coming.
Yeah, that's it. It's about conserving skateboarding and cementing its roots.
Here we go. We're already in the women's open division. Coming in first is Keira Ellis. We've spoken about the pressure of being the #1 competitor into the bowl tonight. She has got 45 seconds on the clock. You have 3 rounds. Your best round counts if you come off the board at any time. The clock stops. That's where judging will be completed. A fairly solid start by Keira.
Yeah, it looks like she's got her feet ready. That warm-up's paying off, getting this whole run together. Only looking for 45 seconds of non-stop tricks. I'm sure that's not too big of an ask.
45 seconds, it feels quick, but I reckon when you're in there, that time, particularly if you don't start strong, could feel like it's creeping up. But Keira, she is smooth.
Yeah, if you get that first trick on the first wall, the rest of it's just got to come together. And Keira is looking very solid. She's pumping around that bowl, taking the speed down to the deep.
We are 5 seconds, end of the run there for Keira. So the clock will stop there. Only 5 seconds left on the clock, so she didn't lose too much time at all.
She didn't lose too much time at all. That last wall, going for the 50-50, just not quite locking trucks, but got most of her run together. Not a bad start.
Lily Henry has come all the way from Margaret River in WA. She's travelled the furthest to be here tonight. We saw her in the street comp yesterday. She's backing up for the bowl tonight. She'll want to impress.
Lily is an absolute champion of skateboarding. She's always down just to throw down, and she's out here in the bowl doing it once more.
Watching the joy on her face, always smiling, no matter what situation that's thrown in front of her. And that's the thing, you're competing, but if you're having fun, you're pulling off the big tricks, the judges are going to see that and respect that too.
Yeah, that's it. And even if you don't get it in the end, it's all about having a good time. You're here with your homies, you got the whole community down, just about sharing that stoke and having a good time doing it.
That's the sound that we love. We love hearing the trucks onto that coping. It is music to the ears.
Yeah, not wrong. And especially when you get that revert, those urethane wheels biting up on the cement, burning your way through and rolling the trick out. Nothing is nicer.
We got Lily coming to the end of her run now, looking to finish big, really smooth, using the whole 45 seconds, using every piece of the skate bowl tonight. Not a bad way to start.
Not bad at all. All the crowd hanging around, showing their support, clapping them all off as they step out of this bowl. Our women out here throwing out their first 45-second runs. We have 3 runs in total, all about getting that score on the board and coming back from an upgrade.
Jada Ward from Palm Beach. She's going big early. She's dropping in from the deep end of the bowl here tonight. Oh, I tell a lie. She didn't. She came in about midway, but wasting no time picking up that speed.
Nah, not at all. She just drew that first line, pumping some speed from the shallow end and taking it straight down into the deep. As you see, she's hitting those big walls, trying to get the airs, and then going backside through the hips in the shallows, locking up those trucks, heading back down into the deep section. That's where those big tricks are going to go down. A quick little backside air, locks up on top, and straight back in.
That balance at the top there, then to throw down. This is the deep end we're talking about, 9.5 foot. That takes some serious skill and strength.
Yeah, if you saw, she threw her hands onto those tiles, ripped the board up in the air, a hand plant down in the deep. Not for the faint-hearted. You've got to have some skills if you want to get inverted like that.
That is a solid first run there from Jada. We spoke about her dad, Trev, took out silver in the Masters this afternoon, and judging by that first one, Jada's going to be right in the thick of the action tonight as well.
Yeah, she's in the midst of it. This is our first runs, 1 of 3. There is still so much more heavy hitters to come out.
Speaking of heavy hitters, Tora Waldren from the Gold Coast. She's competed in street. She's an experienced skater. She is one of the experienced skaters that we're talking about who's always there to pass on a tip to one of our junior skaters.
Yeah, Tora is just a champion of the people, always passing on her knowledge to the younger generations, and one of the most welcoming female skaters out there.
Just clapping that one off. Blow the cobwebs out. Still 2 runs to go. That is the thing here. If it doesn't come together in the first run, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, you get ready for run number 2. Your best score is what we're looking for tonight.
Yeah, exactly right. But you've always got your homies hanging on the sidelines to prop you back up and get you back in that zone. Here we go. We got Taniah Meyers dropping in now. You can hear the crowd from down here all screaming on. Maybe one of the crowd favorites of the night.
I reckon so. An experienced skater as well. Recently signed with Santa Cruz on the way from the sunny coast. I saw her helping out some of our junior skaters today as well. She'll go back to the drawing board, take some notes, be ready for round number 2.
On a side note, Taniah Meyers is actually a really skilled skate coach. She's been passing on to the next generation for a long time out there with fast plants, skateboarding, skate lessons going up and down the Queensland coast.
Arisa Trew from Palm Beach, another seasoned competitor. We're saying that about all our girls. And you look at the age of them, we're saying seasoned competitors, but they've come through from juniors, they've come through our intermediates, the under 15s, now skating the big time in the Opens, women's. She's recently come back from the States.
If you've been watching this run, you've seen her throw down some massive airs. That was a front Smith right in the pocket of the deep. Not for the faint-hearted. A nose grab, tail slide, around that postal pocket, backside 50-50, up the escalator, ripping it down fakie. She is just out there crushing it right now. This is a hell of a run.
This certainly is. And this is Katie Pike out there as well. I love the matching helmet, skateboard, knee pads. She means business under the lights here in the Sugar Bowl in Mackay. Looks incredible.
Yeah, it's lit up. Every wall has light on it. Nothing is blacked out tonight. We've got extra lights in there to make sure it's all nice and bright. And coming out of her first run, a solid 45 seconds. Gets it all together. That's got to be a good score. Again, I'm not jealous of the judges. They've got their work cut out for them right now. We've got one skater left in this heat. A bit of an advantage to be the last skater in. Katie Pike coming in here. That was Arisa Trew on that last run. Katie Pike coming in now. Drops in from the top rope. Straight into the deep, blasting out that air.
Landing that first big trick, we've said it all night. It gives you that momentum now coming down to the shallow end of the bowl. But how much confidence do you get landing that first big trick?
Oh, I think that washes off. If you have any hesitation and you land that first trick, you're in. You've just got to get the rest of it together.
Then we see comes down to the shallow part of the bowl, builds up the speed, goes back down to the deep end as well. More chance to land more tricks in your 45 seconds.
Yeah, you want to work those walls. You can always carve under, milk the speed and go to the deep. Blast it big just like that, or try and hit every wall on the way through. That hand plant just getting away, a risky maneuver, but making the most of these runs. That's what it's about in these finals.
Run 1, done and dusted. We now move on to run number 2. This is where you can really set yourself up for a podium finish.
We've got scores on the board. Some of us are looking for upgrades. I wonder how this is going to go down. A few skaters didn't quite make their full 45, but they're going to come back swinging.
Keira Ellis in the bowl as we speak. Currently in 3rd spot. She'll be looking to build this ride. Doing really well in the deep. And Theo, under lights, how's this experience?
Oh, it's got to be good. Usually this park is lit up at night, but not this bright. We brought in extra lighting to make sure everything is popping with color. And it's nice to see them making the most of it. We've got the whole crowd around there. Everyone's got light in their face. You can see every part of the action going down here at the Sugar Bowl. Oh, the Phoebe fakie just getting hung up, taking the slam, but she's going to bounce back.
1 round to go. That's what we're talking about tonight. If your feet come off the skateboard at any time, the clock stops, that's where the judges will judge you from. It just adds that extra bit of excitement to each run.
Yeah, definitely. It's unforgiving out there. It's make or break in the finals. There is no wriggle room out here. You want to get that full 45 seconds in and up that score.
Lily Henry for her 2nd run of the night, coming to us from WA. Used the full 45 seconds in run number 1, coming down in the shallow end. What are you looking for in run number 2?
I want to see Lily upgrade on that first run. She got that full 45 seconds in on her first, so now it's time to upgrade those tricks and try and one-up her last score. You're not only competing with everyone else, but competing with yourself.
using every part of the bowl tonight. If you're judging, are you looking shallow end, deep end? Are there better scoring zones on the bowl?
I've got to say that deep end is definitely the better scoring spot, but that postal pocket is one of those elements that not everyone's going to tame. It's almost a little invert at the top, so locking up your tricks takes a little bit more precision and commitment to see it through.
Lily's competed run number 2. We'll see her back for her third and final run of the night. The championship round almost upon us.
Yeah, it's coming down to that nitty-gritty, that make or break, last chance to dance very soon, but we're still on our second runs. Anything can happen. We're watching our next female out there now.
Jada Ward, so solid in run number 1. As we said, use every single piece of the bowl. Looks comfortable in the air, looks comfortable on the coping. She already looks like she's got the momentum now in run number 2.
Yeah, she's hit those deep walls 3 times over, back up to the shallow, getting up on these copings, down to the deep, looking for some big moves. It's a quick backside air just above coping, standing up on top and stepping off. So she's going to have to wrap around, run up there.
That's what we're talking about. That's how crucial it is to stay on the board. They're putting together a nice run. Was halfway through the run and just an overstep. Your run's done. One more to go.
That's it. It doesn't take much to step off. It's all about precision, balance, accuracy, commitment. You've got to be in. All right, here we go. My favorite, Tora Waldren. Starting off in that shallow backside 50-50 through the first pocket.
Tora solid in run number 1, building nicely in run number 2 as well. She has plenty of sentimental support here tonight with this crowd.
Oh, definitely. She's got to be hyped up, having her homies out there. She's hitting that coping down in the deep, onto those tiles. Got her back trucks up there early and carving back through that shallow section. Couple of stalls in there, making sure she gets that full 45-second run, because that's what it's about, getting a score on the board and then upgrading as you go.
Such a short turnaround between run number 1, run number 2. You've only got a couple of minutes in between. The crowd going wild, loving the theatrics at the end as well. Fitness levels, how much does this play into it between your runs?
Yeah, you've got to have that stamina and endurance if you want to be doing these runs back-to-back. 45 seconds of tensing every muscle in your body does take its toll. We watched the Masters a little bit earlier today, and you can see they were starting to get a little bit burnt out.
And these girls have been skating all day, as we've said. The temperature here in far north Queensland this time of year, 29 degrees, be about 25 degrees, cooling off a little bit now. This will help them later in their runs.
Yeah, not to mention the 100% humidity. But now that we're into the night, it is a little bit chiller. Prime time to be down here at the Sugar Bowl skating. Taniah Meyers out there throwing down, getting that second run in and looking pretty good.
Started the first run strongly, wasn't able to complete the full 45 seconds. Is that what she's looking for here? Just get 45 seconds under the belt?
Yeah, definitely. Locking that score on the board. She's done some solid tricks in this run. A front Phoebes in the postal pocket before. A backside air down in the deep. Like, not to be forsaken. This is a pretty heavy run.
The crowd's certainly enjoying it. Only about 10 seconds to go, looking to finish big and post that big score.
Yes, gets the plan onto the knees, just missing out on that last trick, but still a solid run from Taniah Meyers. Gets the hype from the crowd. Everyone loves to see it.
That is a good bounce back. When round 1 doesn't go the way you like, build on round 2. Can't wait to see what she's got into round 3.
Yeah, that disciplined mentality, knowing that it's not over till it's over, not till the fat lady sings and the last run's done.
Katie Pike will be next up. She's right in there in medal contention at the moment. Would love a big score here.
And she's got the potential, you know. She's just got to get those runs together. 45 seconds, all the tricks, back-to-back, right here. Let's see if it happens.
Katie now dropping in from that deep end, building that momentum early, lands the first trick, now coming down into the shallow end of the bowl. She's looking for a big score.
Yeah, that's it. She's charging up that speed, heading back down to the deep section where the big tricks go down. A nice frontside air, gets the hand on the tiles, planting it. That's 3 tricks back-to-back in that deep section. Starting to rack them up now. 45 seconds. Let's get it. Firing it up.
15 seconds left in this run and putting it together beautifully, using every single inch of the bowl, looking comfortable in the air. Finishing with about 5 seconds to go. That's going to be a good score.
That can't be too bad at all. She got a lot of tricks down in that deep section, blasting it above the tiles. That's what it's about, going big, going for broke, not hanging down underneath that coping. We want to see full send up in the air, tweaking those grabs out, going all in.
Arisa Trew, our current leader at the moment. What's your thought process going into that? At the moment, you've posted the highest score. Are you trying to better that? Oh.
Yeah, I think she's trying to better that. It's not a victory lap yet. It's not over till it's over. So she's still going to be trying to one-up that score and really cement her leadering.
What did we just see there? That looked impressive.
So it looked like she was going for a big 540. So that's a complete rotation plus an extra 180. So you're going up the ramp straight and coming back down straight. It's a full send.
Our final round, the championship round now. This is where the girls need to go big. This is go big or go home at the moment. Keira Ellis is ready to drop in, coming in again from the deep end. 45 seconds on the clock. Your best score is the score that you take home to the judges.
No, and she's just missed out on that wall. She's going to have to call her run there. Her score stands is her final score, but we've still got plenty of skaters to come out. A whole lot more action coming in this heat.
This is a nervous wait now if you're Keira. You're currently in third spot. You're watching everyone else. We've got Lily Henry about to take onto the bowl as we speak. This is a nervous wait for Keira.
Yeah, you're right. She's currently on the podium, but she's still got a lot of skaters coming out after her, so that can definitely shift up. It's all about if these women get the runs together, get the tricks in that they're looking for, and hold it out for that 45 seconds. Lily's skating a bit different. She's done a fakie ollie down in the deep. Lily's actually quite talented out on the street, so it'll be interesting to see if she brings some of that skill into the bowl.
We spoke about that tonight as well. Technically, the difference between our street skaters, our bowl skaters, we see the girls and the boys crossing over in both. Is this a warm-up for what we're going to see from Lily tomorrow?
Yeah, Lily out there in a street section. She's got a whole different bag of tricks that she'll be bringing out. And it's nice to see her being so multidisciplined, getting out into the bowl and having a run at it.
Jada now currently in second spot, has been really solid in her 2 runs so far. She'll be looking to complete this 45 seconds.
Yeah, she's going to need to get together here. This is that make or break moment. She might even wind it back a little bit if she wants to get that whole run in, or maybe she'll just go for broke and full send it, because this is the make or break time. This is the final run in our finals for our women here at the Sugar Bowl. And it's the championships. It's all on the line. There's a lot of money up for grabs.
There we go. Missed that last round, got it in the 3rd round.
And she's just
and
come
I
off
put
on
the curse
that.
on her.
You did. How's that? Unfortunate, but this is skateboarding. That's how it goes. But still gets the props from the homies. All the love and support in the world when you're back out of that bowl.
That's her dad, Trev, that we're seeing on screen now. Walked away with a silver medal in the Masters today. His daughter is currently in the silver medal position at the moment. Here comes Tora Waldren. We've loved watching her here tonight.
Yeah, Tora's out there doing what she does best, having a great time and bringing the hype in for the crowd. She's got all her homies up there around her, cheering her on. Heading down to that bit deep. She's got the 5-0 right up there on the tiles. Tori's just got to get that 45 seconds in and stack the tricks up. Yes, that's Tora's style. That's what I'm on about.
What are we seeing there, Theo?
She is just full of creativity, doesn't even give a care, just going to throw out whatever she knows. And she's got a pretty wild bag. Hey, I wouldn't even be able to name half the tricks that Tora does just because of the creativity that comes with it.
And just skating with pure joy. Absolute pure joy, using the whole bowl as we've spoken about. Finishing up now, 3rd run, done and dusted.
Yeah, how's that?
She deserves a well-earned rest tonight.
Yep, definitely. She'll probably be heading down to the bar straight after and heckling over the fence as Tora does best.
Arisa Trew, still the one to beat at the moment out there in top. It's going to take some chasing down, almost a near-perfect run, to be able to knock out her from that gold medal position.
And, you know, I hope she's got it in her. I want to see her get onto that podium and hold it down. Taniah's been skating for a long time, especially down at the Sunshine Coast region. She's known and loved by a lot of the locals. And she's got her homies out here tonight, egging her on. And throwing tricks like that, you know, you can't discount her. She could be in.
We call this the championship round. Taniah's looking for a championship run. She's putting this together.
Just needs 45 seconds. She hung on that back tail. Still got more tricks to go. Time is of the essence. Got to stack them up. And a big backside air like that, linking them together. I think Taniah's on fire right now. Yes, gets it.
You can hear the crowd going absolutely wild, and as they should. That was saving the best till last.
That was definitely her best run of the night. I wonder how her score is going to reflect from it.
I love that. You can hear some of the juniors that she's been coaching throughout the day, teaching the tips, coming out cheering on their coach. Absolutely loving what they're seeing.
Yeah, she's not hiding that knowledge. She's happy to pass it on. Anyone that wants to have a yarn, she is down to chat, especially when it comes to the young Groms and bringing them up with the skill.
Katie Pike looking to get herself onto the podium now. She's only not even a point, or just over a point behind third place. This is a big ride.
Yeah, it starts coming down to that nitty-gritty right here, hey. But you'll start to see that separation in the scores, those that truly dominate and those that are just behind. But it is very tight for that third place on the podium.
This is looking clean halfway through the run. What are you thinking at this stage? You're building up that one last big trick to impress the judges?
You're going big or you're going broke. You've got to get in and throw those big tricks down. If you want to get up on that podium, this is the moment to do it. And she was going in, but just came disconnected off that air.
Here comes Arisa, currently in second spot on the live ladder. Went big again, just not getting there.
Arisa really wanted to try and take on that first place. Taniah Meyers has crept her way to the top of the leaderboard. Arisa didn't want to let her have it. Went in for the 540, but just did not stick it out. Nonetheless, some solid skating from her so far.
How crazy is that? We've seen that. Leading the first from the first run of the night, leading through the second run into the third run. Taniah was coming in at about 5th or 6th spot and then just throws it down that last 45 seconds, pieces it all together. This proves you use the 45 seconds, you're going a long way to get to the top of that leaderboard.
Yeah, that's it. I think the demon was awoken within. Once she saw what was going down, she knew she had to step up, and she's always had that potential. She does shred, and I think she's just proved it tonight.
Our three judges tonight, they have the hardest job of anyone in Mackay this evening judging this competition. They've got to be liking what they're seeing.
Yeah, there's definitely no envy for the role. It is a huge responsibility to take on judging a competition of this level, especially when it comes down to the wire.
We're waiting for the final judges, the final placings, the final decimal points to be put in from our 3 runs. At the moment, we're seeing our men's division coming in to warm up. We had the privilege of seeing these guys in the semi-finals this afternoon. This is the one you don't want to miss.
Yeah, definitely not to discount from our women's, but some of these men skate on a whole nother planet. I swear, some of them are satellites because they end up in the stratosphere when they blast out of that bowl.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of our younger competitors here tonight. We saw the under-15 boys. That was a hot competition. We've got some of the boys who were eligible for the under-15s, and they said, no way. I want to play with the big boys. I'm coming after the open men's. There is no fear in this division.
Yeah, they're definitely not afraid of stepping up because they do want to prove themselves. These are the young bloods coming up, ready to take on the big dogs. There's a couple of young fellas out there. I'm not even going to name them because they will stand out from the crowd. But this is going to be worth tuning in, not blinking, get some Windex on your eyes because you want to keep them clear. Don't miss this.
Let's do it. It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. We've got the main event, the men's open finals.